Hello everyone, I hope you're feeling great. Welcome to this video where we'll be looking at the new features and updates of the Jetstream Captain Iceman series Piper PA34 Seneca 2. Before we dive deep into analyzing what this new version 2 brings to the airplane, let me give you friendly advice. If you're looking to purchase this airplane, be aware that it is a high-fidelity, excellent rendition of the real aircraft, which means that to properly enjoy it, it does require some learning to do. I highly recommend you to read the airplane flight manual, at least the limitations and normal procedures chapter, understand the checklists and familiarize yourself with the cockpit layout, as well as have a basic understanding of how the components of the aircraft work. Having these essential pieces of knowledge will allow you to experience the simulation to the fullest, and the reward from each flight that you complete will be much higher. Now that I gave you this friendly advisor, let's see what there is new in this update. We're going to start with the basic 3D and sounds update. The interior was reworked, improving the quality of the textures while maintaining a good consistent performance output, reducing the VRAM load. This was possible by using the new X-Plane 12 materials model. Let me be honest, I do not have a very powerful GPU and I'm capped at 8 gigs of VRAM. This airplane was already very well looking and now it is even more, even if my images don't display it in full capability. Trust me, they don't. Some sounds were improved too. The startup and shutdown sounds, as well as ground roll, touchdown effect, and a new one, the engine failure sound. This one you definitely don't want to hear, although now you can have a full-blown engine failure experience. Speaking of which, a new particle system was implemented to better simulate some visual aspects as well. Moving to the next point, this new version brings some new functionality and new control options. In the cockpit, you now have click zones to operate simultaneously the cowling flap up or down, or simply toggle them as requested by some users. The pitch and rudder trim now feature a center click spot to facilitate the reset of the trim during flight or during ground checks. The existing oxygen system was enhanced, adding an automatic flow regulator that adjusts the flow of oxygen according to the amount of people you have on board. You can now take a passenger safely to flight level 250. Just remember to refill the bottle before you go, and also actually wear the oxygen mask. It happened to me that I simply forgot to put it. A dedicated external power was added that can be accessed via the forward cargo door. It is possible to damage the GPU if you mistakenly start the engine, forgetting that you still have the cable connected. The fuel system was revised, delivering more realistic priming with the ability to flood the engine or a failure to start if primed incorrectly. The fuel flow and consumption were improved according to the airplane flight manual, as well as the auxiliary fuel pump logic. Managing correctly these factors will prevent any incorrect or simply wrong behavior of the engines. And speaking of engines, they were also improved, featuring now a more in-depth realistic simulation, having cause-effect malfunctions dependent on user operation or a simple part failure. The engines are now also much more influenced by the outside temperature, so it is crucial to execute the right procedure according to the conditions that you have on your departure airport. The virtual POH has added an engine state indicator to assist new users or those who are having trouble understanding what they could be doing wrong in case of a failed start. The menu also shows the current battery charge and the GPU connection status. With the release of X-Plane 12.3 beta that features the weather radar, the Seneca was updated with that functionality, adding it to 2 of the panel configs. I'll remind you that this airplane features 3 panel states, first without the GPS, the second one with the Garmin G430, and the third one with the GTN 750. The DDS GTN XI 750 is supported in the airplane, however at the time of recording of this video, they are still working on implementing the features of the weather radar. It is another amazing add-on that I highly recommend due to its extensive capabilities, cross-fleet compatibility, and full Navigraph integration in both IRAC updates and charts. One of my favorite additions, the persistence model. This airplane will now track your engine hubs individually, as well as all the switches in the cockpit, panel states, position of the trims, magnetos, flaps and cowling flaps. If for whatever reason you forget the battery switch in the on position, it is very likely that you'll come back to that battery after some time. The addition of the persistence model brings you much closer to experience what operating a real airplane feels like. Each action, checklist and procedure counts. The Piper Seneca, being already one of the best general aviation airplanes for X-Plane, has elevated its quality even higher with this fantastic update. I think it's right to say that I want to say thanks to the developers of this add-on for their continuous commitment to support and improve this airplane. Hats off to you guys. Excellent work. Also, as a side note, I want to give a shout out to Dominic Smith for the weekly roundups about the X-Plane community. It is something very valuable where it is very easy to catch up with the main news, and that's why this video has been featuring different airports that were part of the Airport of the Week game. Thank you, Dominic. And finally, I thank you for watching this video. I wish you all many great flights on your Seneca, or if you don't yet have it in your hangar, I hope it soon joins it. You'll love it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, hit the like button to say thanks, and consider joining the channel to follow along our adventures. Bye bye!